until the administration stops stonewalling Congress, there will be pain as a consequence for them.
I'm very disappointed with the lack of detail and a timeline on when we're going to get a briefing.
It was a very unsatisfying hearing. I think I speak for every member of the committee.
Well, those were senators from both sides of the aisle, apparently pretty frustrated after yesterday's closed-door intelligence briefing about President Biden's classified document scandal. According to one senator, the intelligence community is frustrated with the lack of information and is placing all the blame on the Department of Justice. For more on this, let's welcome in former acting director of national intelligence and senior national security analyst, Ambassador Ric Grenell. Ambassador, it's always good to have you here with us, especially when we're talking about classified documents. I want to get to those in just a moment. But first, I do want to get your reaction to DirecTV dropping Newsmax from its channel lineup.
Look, I think that we have elected Republicans to the House because we want to see fighters. And when we have moments like this where companies go woke and they're canceling popular conservative channels while allowing the left's unpopular channels to be paid and to continue being on television, seen by people, even when their audiences are much smaller. That is an in-kind contribution to the left. And AT&T and DirecTV need to be held accountable for that. I hope that the people that we elected to the House, the new leadership, understands that we put them there to fight. We want to see people stand up and fight, not just complain on Twitter and complain in statements, but they've got to haul AT&T and DirecTV in and ask them some tough questions and put the pressure on them and then penalize them. This is exactly what the left does. I'm tired of the right just taking the high road. We need to start playing the games like they play. And that means that our legislators, our Republicans, who we put in office, who we raise money for and we work the streets and we go to vote, they need to understand that they're there to fight, not just to talk a big game.
Okay, let's talk about fighters, because the Senate there, as I played earlier, very frustrated with the lack of access that they're receiving to the request for classified documents. We did finally have the National Archives today finally say that they're agreeing to a House Oversight Committee, meeting next week to talk about some of these Biden documents. But they also had said they referred Congressman Comer to the DOJ and said, if they approve, then we maybe will give them to you. I mean, this doesn't seem like standard practice, or is it?
No. I mean, look, Avril Haines is the director of national intelligence, and she has declassification authority. She can go in and decide what Congress, whether it's the Gang of Eight, which is the leaders of these intel committees, or if she wants to brief any member of Congress, she can decide what they get to see. And she can decide to be transparent. Look, one of the things that when I was acting DNI that I decided early on was that transparency isn't political. Transparency isn't something that helps the Republicans or Democrats. It helps the American people. And if you can't be in the job to be transparent and come forward with especially intelligence matters to oversight committee members when there is a crisis going on. If you can't do that, then you need to resign and get out of the way. You're not there to take care of the swamp. And too many times I think we have leaders in the Biden administration who just think that they work for the D.C. media and the D.C. political operatives, not the American people. And I'm concerned that Avril Haines is not getting the message, that she's not understanding that her job in order to make sure that the intelligence community gets the support of Americans, that we feel like they're being honest and transparent about what's going on. There's clearly a double standard. Avril Haines can fix this. She needs to come forward and give the Oversight Committee members a thorough briefing. Let them see what's going on.
I do want to get your take on this as we talk about the Intel Committee. There's been a lot of concern about TikTok over the last year, and even from President Trump before. So this has been ongoing. But we had Congressman Adam Schiff, who just got booted off the Intel Committee, going on TikTok to complain about it. Listen to this.
Hello, I'm Congressman Adam Schiff with some troubling news. Today, Kevin McCarthy removed me from the House Intelligence Committee, all for doing my job, for holding Trump accountable and standing up to the extreme MAGA Republicans.
What's your reaction to him going on this Chinese-owned company to complain about not being on the intel committee?
Well, first of all, he just lied again, and I know we're getting really comfortable with Adam Schiff lying, but I don't think that we should be. I think we should call it out every time. He's lying. He's saying that Kevin McCarthy kicked him off because of something that he did with President Trump. That has nothing to do with that. I mean, we all know that Adam Schiff lied about Russian collusion. He said to the American public, "I can't tell you, but if you got to see what I got to see on the Intelligence Committee, if you could see the classified information that I saw, you would understand that Donald Trump is a Russian agent." That's what Adam Schiff told us. And the public should be outraged by somebody who pretends to know something that is phony and then puts one over on us. And so the reason why Adam Schiff has been kicked off the Intelligence Committee is because he can't be trusted with intelligence. He absolutely is somebody who leaks intelligence. I've said this before, but career intelligence officials never wanted to brief him because their jobs, their careers would be impacted by his selective leaking and lying.
Wow. Ambassador Grenell, great to see you. Thanks for your insight this evening.
Thanks, Lindsay. All the best.